Hey basketball players, today we're going to be talking to you about the killer crossover. Today I'm going to be breaking down the move and also how you can learn how to do the killer crossover yourself. So let's get down to it. Okay, so what is the killer crossover? Well, a regular crossover is just basically when you cross over the ball. It's very simple. But what is the killer crossover? Well, the killer crossover is when you do the crossover, however, you make the defender think that you're going to go in the opposite direction than you actually are. Essentially, it's a double crossover with a jab fake built in. So basically what we are going to do here, so obviously some of the bigger name players who have done this move are Allen Iverson, Jamal Murray's done it quite a few times. This is a very popular move that every player needs to learn how to do. So first off is the crossover, very simple. Get low and just practice your crossovers. Next, when you practice your crossovers, what you need to do is to still get low, but try to get them as wide as you can. This is going to be helpful for when you get into the actual move itself. Now, when you do this move, what we're looking to do is going to be a crossover, jab, and then back. Now, some players I've seen will do the cross, jab, and back and lead with the same foot as what they jabbed with. Some other players, like myself, what we do is a cross, jab, and back, and then use the other foot to attack. I find that's a bit quicker, but it's totally up to you as a player. But I will say that even myself, who's a bit slower right now because I've had multiple knee surgeries, I'm still faster at doing this move than some of the younger players who I train, because they go and cross or jab, and go with this same foot instead of switching feet. But it does come down to what you feel comfortable with, and they do tend to go slower if they use the other foot. So that's something that you can try, and if you find that you're faster with your foot that you're jabbing in that direction where you are faking that you're going, then you just have to train yourself away from the game, away from your team practices, to go with your other foot. So to put this move all together, we're going to be dribbling up, we're going to cross over and back, and then explode towards the rim. Now, this is one way that you can do it, but there's so many things that you can add on to this move, the killer crossover, that will allow you to even sell the move even more. So one of those ways is to do an in and out dribble. Now with an in and out dribble, it's very simple. You're basically bringing the ball around and back. What this does to a lot of defenders is one of two things. It will either make them start going towards that, in this case, my left. If I was to fake with my right, it would move them towards the left side. Next is it could freeze them so that they then go back down onto their heels. So if they're defending you and then they go down on their heels, they're basically out of the play. You've already beaten them. As soon as the defender's heels hit the ground, it's done. They're done, they're finished. Drive right past them right away. However, this move, what I'm about to show you, is very, very good. And what we're gonna do is a in and out crossover, cross, then killer cross and back. So to make this even quicker, what we're going to do is an in and out, cross, and then back and explode. And any move that you do or you want to do before you do it in game, make sure you practice on an empty court like I am today. So to do this slowly, in and out crossover, killer cross, back, and explode. Make all of these moves as wide as you can. So you can go in and out, cross, bang, over, and then explode. And the faster you can make this move, the better it is. Have you ever heard of a coach or a player on your team who's called a player on the other team a very slippery player? This is what they're talking about. The ability to get by their defender by using a lot of lateral movement and not forwards movement. Moves like these will allow you to be slippery and be able to get past multiple defenders. I hope that this video has helped you. If it has, hit that like button and subscribe. I'll see you guys again next time. In today's video, we are going to need 1 tablespoon of Liberté Greek, which is like a Greek yogurt. Next, we are going to need silk milk. This one has 8 grams of protein, and it's the type that is unsweetened, which means that there is no sugar, which means less calories. Then we are going to have smooth peanut butter. This one has actually 0 sugar. And then there is quick oats. Then we will have a banana. So we'll get the 1/3 of a cup of oats, and then we are going to be adding the banana into a bowl, and then we're going to smush it. So there we have it. At this point in time, it's going to be slightly chunky, and now what we are going to do is measure out our milk as well as melt some of the peanut butter. And there is our 1/4 cup of milk. Now we're going to be moving 1 tablespoon of peanut butter into the microwave. And then we're going to be melting it down so that it's nice and liquidy for us to add to our overnight oats. And now that it's all liquidy, what we can do is mix all of this together. So what I like to do is to get the granola and then add the milk first. We're gonna add it in. Now you can use the almond milk that I'm using, you can use soy milk, you can use regular milk, it doesn't really matter. And then we're gonna be stirring it around just a bit, just so as we can get some of that milk all over the oats. Now if you like it to be a little bit more wet than this mixture is right here, you can add about another 1/4 cup of milk. You're just at that point adding more calories, so keep that in mind. Mix it up once more, and now we're going to be adding our mushed up bananas as well as that yogurt that we have in that bowl. And now we're going to be mixing it all up once more. And now we're going to be adding in the melted peanut butter. And now we're going to be mixing it once more. And now we're going to be pouring it into a glass, or you can use mason jars or whatever you would like. And then we're going to cover it up and throw it in the fridge. Now we can throw it into the fridge for 4 hours or overnight. And there we have it, the finished product. Now this is only a half in this one glass for the recipe. Now you could fill up a whole glass if you wanted, but I like to split it in 2 so I can have a snack at one time and then the next day use the other half for the breakfast. Now this is the texture that you will get from this recipe, and of course, I like it. Lots of peanut butter, lots of banana. It's fantastic. I hope that you enjoy. If you do, hit that like button and subscribe, and I'll see you guys again next time.